of the 37th annual Prairie Farms Holiday Classic, where your Lincoln Railers, 10-1 on the season, get set to take on the Trojans from Madison High School. And Jay, one thing we have yet to have to do this year is come back and play a game after a loss. The Railers 10-1 now, lost to Quincy earlier this morning, 33-30. So, you've got to kind of readjust the brain a little bit, and I don't think once the game gets going, maybe once warm-up start, I think that kind of clears your mind a little bit, but it probably was weighing on a little bit right after the game, knowing that it was a close game. We were up 23-13 at one time, and it ended up losing 33-30.
You've been in this position, Josh, when you played in tournaments where you turn around and had a tough opponent in an earlier game, and then you're back here on 3-4 hours rest maybe after getting something to eat, laying down for a little while, and trying to play another game against an opponent that certainly wants to beat you. Madison isn't here to roll over and play dead for us by any means. So they're going to want to try and beat us, and we have to kind of, this is the mental part of the game where you kind of have to get yourself up for this game and ignore you may be tired, your muscles may be a little bit sore.
Well, and a good start is really what can help that. We've got to get to a good start, a quick start, get our crowd into it. Still quite a few Railer fans here, and it's imperative to get that going early, to get your juices flowing, because you do need that extra oomph to get going here on the second game of a doubleheader.
And if that was one thing we were going to list here on the Me Realty list of the game, might be our bench and whether or not they can come in tonight and relieve some guys who may be sucking wind at some point.
Well, we've talked with coaches a little bit, and some guys still, I think, feeling the effects a little bit of the COVID virus that kind of ran through the team about 2 weeks ago. So, yeah, we'll see how much wind they've got, how much enthusiasm and readiness to play here, not in front of many people, but a game that the Railers need to step up and take care of.
Lincoln back over in front of their bench, in front of Coach Neil Alexander. Josh, let's go ahead and send it back to the station for a minute 30 timeout and bring it back here.
Yep, we'll send it back. That's going to wrap it up for us here on the pregame show after a word from our sponsors. Jay and I'll be back here in Lincoln. No, we're not in Lincoln.
No, we're in Collinsville.
We are playing for Lincoln. Collinsville, to bring you the play-by-play action as Lincoln takes on Madison. As always, a big thank you goes out to all our sponsors. This has been the Josh Connick, Grau Incorporated, and Schneider Chiropractic pregame show, and you're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Lincoln Railer basketball here from Collinsville, Illinois. Jay Harden, Josh Comnick alongside as the Railers 10-1 get ready to take on the Trojans of Madison 8-3. Madison, a 1A school, has been in this tournament 28 years, virtually since its inception. We played them in this tournament back in 1989 and lost the first game of the tournament, lost the second game of the tournament, and that was it. We ended up going home. So both teams in front of their respective benches, and Josh shortly will bring you the starting lineups for tonight's game. Glad you're listening to us on WLCN 96.3 FM on the Mixler app at WLCNonline.com, and of course on our YouTube channel, streaming, brought to you by Town and Country Bank, a proud sponsor of Railer basketball, and Me Realty. It looks like we're getting ready for the national anthem, as this is a new session here at Collinsville. They play the national anthem before every session.
They deserve to be extended every courtesy available to handle this responsibility in a professional manner. We ask you to also...
Let's go ahead and send it back to the station if we can for a brief 1-minute timeout. This is Lincoln Railer basketball on WLCN FM. The white sash around the neck and shoulders, numerals in green trimmed in white. Madison will wear the home whites as the team coming from the top of the bracket.
Yeah, Jay, and the Railers will be the visitors on the scoreboard. First man out for head coach Neil Alexander is a 5'11 sophomore. Number 2 is Gowan, Aiden Gowan. 6'3 and a senior, number 5, Paulus, Elijah Paulus. 6'5 and a junior, where's the number 22 is Saucy, Tyler Saucy. 6'2 and a forward, number 24, a junior, Biven, Jake Biven, and the man in the middle for the Railers, 6'5 and a junior, number 34 is Cook. Peyton Cook.
His teammates certainly do what they can to toughen him up as he goes out there. They beat him up pretty good.
Shoving him through the starting lineup line there. Coaches Neil Alexander, Eric Ewald, Greg Alexander, Brandon Bird Farmer, Josh J. Mac McClellan, and Zach Dom and Gary Rademacher. Now the starting lineups for the Madison Trojans will be the home team on your scoreboard. 6'4 and a senior forward, number 1 is Eric Hurst Jr. Next man out for head coach Philip Gilbert is a 6'1 sophomore guard, number 2, Darian Enlow. Next man out, 6'1 and a senior, number 4 is Erwin Baker Jr. 6'4 and a senior forward, number 5 is D'Angelo Enlow Jr. A lot of juniors on this team. 6 foot and a junior guard, number 11, Carlos Wilson. Again, the Trojans coming to the contest with a record of 8-3, while your Lincoln Railers 10-1 here, getting set for game number 2 of this 37th annual Prairie Farms Holiday Boys Basketball Classic, game number 2 for the Railers today.
Ryan All running the camera for us. Got the lens cap off this time.
Nice.
And the battery in the camera. Cook at center circle, ready to tip it up. Chicago Street Rentals, of course, bringing you the opening tip-off of every Railer basketball game here in the 2021-2022 season. Lincoln with a record of 10-1. Like to come out of here with 3 wins in the tournament. We are 1-1 right now. Cook and Hurst to tip it up at center circle. Tip controlled, and Cook bats it a couple of times, and the ball goes to Baker. Baker, left wing Enlow. Out front Baker, Enlow. Posting in the middle is D'Angelo Enlow, number 5. Out front Baker. Baker to Darian Enlow, and the ball thrown away by Madison.
Yeah, I look. Enlow was getting ready to I think, pass fake it, and the ball must have been a little slippery. Slipped out of his hands and went right to the crowd there for the first possession. It looks like a
1-3-1,
yeah,
Josh.
almost a 1-3-1 or 1-2-2, very spread out. This may take a second for the Railers to kind of figure out. I'm sure the coaches have seen this, ran by the Trojans from Madison, but again, when you don't have time to go home and practice it, and you're doing that in a hotel, it might take a few possessions for the Railers to get on track here.
Polis, corner Gowan. Out front, Saucy to Polis. Polis, Saucy. In the corner, Bivin, and Bivin lost it off his fingertips, and the turnover will go to Madison.
So a possession for each team and a turnover for each, and there Tyler throws the ball away and really had a chance to take a couple dribbles toward Jake or in toward the basket to suck in the defense and let them come on him, and it didn't, and a turnover.
Darian Enlow with the basketball, back out front to Baker. Baker in the corner, Darian Enlow faked the 3, kicks it back out to Baker. Darian Enlow again looking inside to Hurst. Hurst through the ends of the other Enlow kid, and the ball batted around. Hurst picks it up in the lane. Ball on the floor. Scrum for the ball, and Madison comes out with it. Darian Enlow drives baseline, throws up the running one-hander, up no good, and Bivin hauls down the rebound.
Yeah, nice side rebound by Bivin there, exactly where he's supposed to be, and really a tough rebound. No rebounder ever expects for the air ball, but that time Jake did.
Polis in the corner, Gowan. Gowan out front, Saucy. Saucy got nailed at the free throw line, and Polis picks it up and collides with a couple of guys. Bivin on the floor. Hurst is on the floor. Saucy picks it out of there. Out front, Saucy. Saucy to Polis. Polis, Bivin. Baseline, Cook. Good spin move. Cook kicks it out, Gowan. Fake the 3. 3 on the way. Up. No good. Back of the iron. Rebound, Darian Enlow. Enlow pushes the ball ahead quickly, and Wilson's going to lay it up and in. Boy, they beat the defense back, Josh.
A nice one-handed bounce pass all the way, almost three-quarter court.
Polis again to Gowan. Gowan goes inside Cook. Cook lost the handle a minute, kicks it back to Gowan. Gowan in trouble. Ball stripped away by Madison. Here they come again. Another bounce pass to Wilson. Wilson had it knocked off his leg, out of bounds, and it goes to Lincoln. Neil Alexander going to take a timeout here. Looks like it's going to be a 30-second timeout. Why don't we keep it right here?
Yeah, I don't think this is a strategic conversation timeout. I think you're talking about effort and diving on the ball and being really lackadaisical with the ball and not much going on the offensive end. The Railers have tried to get it into that high post area where Saucy flashed one time, got hit as he was trying to pass it down to Cook, but direct line passes and meeting your passes are going to have to be a must here today.
Coach is still having a word with the team, and now they break the huddle. Lincoln basketball underneath the Madison basket, length of the floor to go. Madison going to extend that. Looks like now a 1-2-2 press that they're going to go into, three-quarter court. Saucy, Polis across the timeline. Polis out front, Saucy. Saucy to Polis. Now they drop back, it looks like, into the 1-3-1. Saucy, Bivin, baseline, Cook, back Bivin fakes the 3, going to drive baseline, kicks it back to Cook, and Wilson picked off the pass, and we've got a foul.
Foul number 34.
Foul on Peyton Cook.
First personal, first.
And Hurst tried to throw the ball back the length of the floor and rattled it off the scoreboard. So it'll be out in front of the Madison bench. Madison up 2-0, 5:14 to go here in the first quarter. Baker in the backcourt against the Lincoln pressure. Goes to D'Angelo Enlow. Enlow back to Baker. Still not across half court. Now across half court to D'Angelo Enlow. To Baker. Baker out front, Wilson. Darian Enlow comes to this baseline right in front of us. Tried to kick it inside to D'Angelo Enlow. No. And Lincoln steals the basketball.
Yeah, nice tip away by Saucy there. Did his job and got around the post guy and tipped it away and tipped it right into the hands of Biven.
Polis, Saucy, ball knocked away as he was trying to get it to Jake Biven down along the baseline. Out front, Saucy. Saucy to Polis.
I don't think it'll be too long before Coach Alexander calls the number of Camden Nelson, a shooter that can get into the spots there and against this zone and hopefully find some openings.
Polis, the long three, up and no good. Rebound on the floor goes to Madison. D'Angelo Enlow pulls it out of there. Darian Enlow. Ball to Baker out front. To Wilson. Wilson to Baker. Madison spreading the floor a little bit, and at the scorer's table is Camden Nelson as Polis. Nice defense, knocked the ball out of bounds. Camden Nelson in the basketball game, as is Drew Hayes. Sitting down Jake Biven and Tyler Saucy. Josh, I don't think it's an understatement to say we look just a little bit sluggish right now.
Yeah, I think you're right. We talked about earlier, you got to find some spark here to get us going, and Raylor's yet to get on the scoreboard.
Madison throws the ball clear in the backcourt, and I thought Darian Enlow might have stepped over the sideline, but the official did not see it. Now Madison going to spread the Lincoln defense out just a little bit. Wilson kicks it back out to Baker. Baker, Darian Enlow, the lefty, kicks it inside to D'Angelo Enlow. Enlow going to work on Cook. Goes up, Cook, nice block, gets the board. Nice play by Peyton Cook, Josh.
Yeah, he not only blocked it, but was able to retrieve it after he blocked it. So you're right. Nice defensive play there by Cook.
Hayes, baseline, Nelson. Nelly to three, up, back of the iron. And Gowan pulled it out of there, gets it to Polis. Polis resets the offense. Baseline, Cook. Cook back out, Fred Nelson. Nelson to Polis. Polis to Gowan. Gowan, Hayes. Hayes 30 feet from the basket out front. Back out Polis. Polis, Gowan, Hayes. Goes Nelly again. Nelson, left wing three, up and good. A Chris Coyne State Farm three, and Camden Nelson drains it home.
Yeah, nice quick reversal pass there by Hayes up at the top, and we'll see how he does up there. Going against Madison here, freshman up on the top of a zone offense against that 1-3-1. He's got to find a way to get in the middle of the lane a little bit and then kick it to Nelson. He was able to find him there.
Nice pass underneath to Hurst. He lays it up and in, and Madison goes up 4-3. 2:39 to go here in the first quarter. Sorry about the voice, folks. Hopefully it'll hold out for the game. Hayes almost traveled out front, gets it to Polis. Polis in the corner, Gowan. Gowan faked the three, kicks it back out to Polis. Polis, Hayes. Hayes thought about driving into the zone a little bit, and now cut in. Nelson threw the ball behind him. Fortunately, Polis was there, and Polis had it knocked away by Darian Enlow. Enlow's going to go all the way, kick it to Hurst off of his leg. Ball on the floor. Enlow picks it up, gets it to Wilson. Wilson to Hurst. Hurst goes up, and Cook going to get the foul. Not much Peyton Cook could do there, Josh.
No, I think and I think he's a little upset with himself, but the only thing he could do is just let him go, and give him the 2 points where you can keep Cook on the floor, but he didn't, and it was clearly a foul.
At the line, D'Angelo Enlow, 6'4" senior, Eric Hurst, a 6'4" senior, makes the first of two. Trojans up 5-3 over the Lincoln Railers, 2:04 to go here in the first quarter. Second one up and good. 6-3, the Madison lead. And now they extend press. The 1-2-2, it looks like diamond 1 press.
Yeah, and really the Railers have not put anybody in the middle, and that's one thing where Hayes has struggled with a little bit to pass it down the corner. Saucy had some issues with it, but when you don't put anybody in the middle, it's hard to get that pass to go down the sideline because this 1-3-1 is spread out so far.
Gowan, Nelson, Polis goes in the lane, kicks it to Gowan. Gowan faked the baseline move, kicks it back out to Polis. Out front, Nelson, corner Hayes. Hayes finds Polis in the lane. Polis kick back out to Nelson. 3 on the way, up and no good. Rebound battle for Klopp almost had it. Hayes saved it inbounds, but to Madison. Klopp in the basketball game for Cook. 1:25 to go here in the first quarter. Madison up 6-3. Wilson out front to Baker. Darian Enlow almost traveled with the basketball. Out front, Baker to Wilson. Wilson to Baker. Josh, they may be content to play for the last shot of the quarter.
Yeah, they seem to be with a 6-3 lead here, and the Railers not coming out to pressure the ball at all.
Back out front, Baker. Lincoln defense packed in, not letting anything go in the lane. Now Gowan will go out and pressure the ball handler. 30 seconds to go in the first quarter. Wilson, right sideline in front of the Lincoln bench, back out front to Baker. Madison's run just about a minute off the clock. Now they're going to spread the floor. Baker out near the center circle. He and Wilson going to play catch with it as Madison sets up the final play of the first quarter. Baker looking, goes through it to Enlow, and the ball knocked out of bounds by Polis with 5.6 seconds to go.
Well, it's demoralizing for either team here. If you hold the ball and you don't get a score, it hurts. You've taken some possessions away, but also if you're Lincoln, you played defense for so long and then give up a score here late.
Into the game, Denon Eastling, and Baker threw the ball away, lost it out of his hands to Gowan. Gowan unable to get the shot off before the end of the quarter. And at the end of one quarter, it's Madison 6 and Lincoln 3. Let's send it back to the station. You're listening to LCN FM and Lincoln Raider basketball. Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, where Madison leads Lincoln 6-3 at the end of the first quarter. Possession arrow goes to the Railers here for quarter number 2. Josh, watching the team over at the bench, there was some barking there going on by Coach.
Yeah, and I think it just we talked about it. You got to find that spark here to get them going, and right now we just don't have that coming off the game this morning, and then the Railers have yet to find the bottom of the net.
Corner Bivens, 3 on the way up, no good. Rebound, Klopp going to get it, and I think he may get nailed for the foul. Yep, going the other way. Klopp's going to get nailed for the push on the rebound. His first, should be the team's third. And Madison operates in the backcourt against the Lincoln press, walking it up pretty slowly.
Yeah, they don't have anybody in the middle either. It's just basically back and forth, and the Railers haven't really put a whole lot of pressure on them yet to cause any turnovers.
content to kind of work the ball out front for a while, Josh.
Yeah, they're okay with they're being more patient than I think we expected.
In the corner, Eastling. Eastling has it in the corner. He's going to take a three-pointer out of the corner. Up, no good. Rebound, Biven. You get a feeling if we get maybe a couple, 3 buckets in a row, that might be the spark that we need.
Yeah, we need a couple. We need to get something going here. We got to get a drive to the basket or get the ball in the middle. We've got everything around the perimeter here, and we look stagnant a little bit like we did early on against Quincy this morning.
The lone bucket by Lincoln, a three-pointer by Cam Nelson into Klopp at the free throw line. Baseline, Hayes. Hayes kicks it back out front, Polis. Biven dribbled the basketball and dribbled it out of bounds. Josh, at times we get the ball inside to somebody where you think maybe they got a chance to do something with it, and it's like they just want to get rid of it.
Right.
Don't give it to me.
Yeah, let's get it out of here. And a lot of times you can obviously get to the basket and go, or you can draw a foul and get to the free throw line.
Biven with nice defense with the pick there on the defense. Going the other way, Lincoln. Again, 6-3, the Madison lead, 6:13 to go. Inside to Hayes. Hayes drives baseline, kicks it to Klopp, who kicks it back out to Nelson. Nelson to Chris Coyne. State Farm, three-pointer out of the right corner, tied at 6.
Well, he's been our only offense, I think, Jay. 6 for Nelly and 2 3-pointers. So if you can dribble, penetrate, and find number 1, that's a good offense for the Railers right now.
Eastling, right wing. The pick from Hurst. Eastling, out front Wilson to Baker. Baker, right in front of the referee on the left side. Back out front, Eastling to Wilson. Wilson going to try and drive. Biven watching him. Eastling, the 3 out of the left side. Up, no good. Hurst had a good seal-off, but Nelson sealed his guy off and got the rebound off the floor.
Yeah, another good block out by the Railers, and we've seen them put really an emphasis on that box now, and they've done a good job on the boards here.
Polis out front against the Madison 1-3-1, and Hayes going to get nailed for the travel out front. Another turnover on Lincoln. Ball goes back to Madison. Madison will send in another sub, Kerwin Baker, 6-foot junior, number 24. Going to go in for Carlos Wilson, number 11. So Madison still in the backcourt, passing it side to side, and now Lincoln extending the press just a little bit. They still have yet now to get it over half court. And now out front. Baker to Hurst. Hurst going to take the ball to the hole, tried to pass it through the red legs, and right off of the knee of Elijah Polis. And it'll stay Madison basketball. The officials called it a kick. I'm not sure that was the case. It went off of Polis's leg, not his foot. Ball underneath the Madison basket. They go inbound quickly to Baker. Baker lost the basketball. Klopp, nice defense, and Klopp's going to they're going to nail Klopp for the foul. 2 officials conferring here. Let's see what the call is. And the ball goes over to Lincoln on the turnover. We can tell our crowd's here, can't we?
Yeah, we'll take it. We need a little fire.
Yeah, I was going to say maybe that'll be the thing to get everybody fired up. Saucy out front. Saucy to Polis. Polis, right wing Nelson. Back out front, Polis kicks it corner Nelly. Nelly faked the 3, stepped one side, put it up, got an air ball. Still tied at 6, 4.5 to go here in quarter number 2. Erwin Baker, the big guy out front, gets it to Eastling. Eastling, back out front, Erwin Baker to the other Baker, number 24 here on the right wing, back out front to Erwin Baker. Baker to Baker. That's easy. And trapped over here by Lincoln, and great defense by Lincoln as Cam Nelson stepped in there and batted out of bounds by Kerwin Baker. Saucy going to inbound the basketball right in front of the Lincoln bench. Biven comes out of the basketball game. Saucy into Polis. Gowan back in the basketball game for Lincoln. Nelson sitting down. In the corner, Gowan. Gowan out to Polis. Polis to Saucy. Saucy back to Polis. to Sassi. 3 on the way, up and no good. Back to the iron. Klopp hustles for the board.
Yeah, good job by Klopp. He's got a couple of those now. Offensive, defensive rebounds for the Railers. So the senior doesn't score a lot for him, but does a really good job of being active
Corner
underneath.
Gowan. Gowan fake the 3. Go to drive in, take a 15-footer. Up and good. Nice shot. A great mid-range jumper by Aiden Gowan.
Yeah, I don't see that a whole lot from Aiden, but as you see these games keep going on, he starts to get a little bit better with different parts of his game. We know he can stand and shoot it from the outside, but he's got to be one of those guys that can penetrate and get in the middle of that lane. And that time he got in there about 15 feet and hit a nice jump shot.
Josh, that's the kind of move right there and kind of get your juices flowing in a game like this.
Right.
Ball on the floor. Kloppy got it. Klopp got it on the floor. Good defense by Jaden Klopp and the Railers. Paulus now across the half-court line. Gets it to Sassi. Corner, Nelson. Nelson fires the long 3, and what's the call? Klopp's on the floor. We've got a foul.
I think Klopp got pushed on a screen. I didn't see if he was screened or not, but he fell to the ground. So
fouls on Kerwin Baker. Apparently pushed Klopp to the floor. Well, Kloppy was on the floor down here with the basketball and got back down the court. Hustled back down there only to get pushed to the floor again.
Part of what we've needed here.
Nelson inbounds to Gowan. Gowan out to Paulus. Paulus, Sassi. Paulus, Sassi. Corner Gowan. Gowan goes inside Klopp. Klopp back out front to Sassi. Paulus around the wing. Nelson kicked it to Sassi. Ball batted out of his hands, out of bounds, and it'll be Lincoln basketball in front of the Madison bench.
Yeah, Tyler caught it a little off balance there and then tried to pass it out to Paulus, but was tipped away by Madison. So the Railers starting to get a few more openings, I think, against this zone. Now you see
Lincoln up 8-6, and Elijah going to get called for the travel.
Yeah, I didn't see that. I thought Paulus, one thing though, he has done a couple times in that possession was flash to the free throw line. So the Railers starting to get a little bit more movement in this zone offense.
Hurst with the basketball, right wing inside the three-point line, goes back out front to Erwin Baker. Inside to D'Angelo Enlow, and he was knocked to the floor, and the foul looks like it may be against Lincoln. Foul on Sassi. That'll be his first, team's fourth. Singleton doesn't take the shot. Kicks it back to Erwin Baker. Erwin Baker hounded by Gowan. Gowan stepping up to pressure just a little bit. Now Madison will take the ball back out beyond the volleyball line. And the two Baker boys will play catch with it out front. In the corner, Singleton. Out front, Baker. Baker tried to throw it inside to D'Angelo Enlow, and there's going to be a foul called there. The second on Jaden Klopp, and Josh, I'm not sure about that one.
Yeah, I didn't have a good view of it. I had the railing here in front. I just saw it tipped away, and I saw Gowan pick it up, but I didn't see anything before that.
Looks like Kloppy just stepped around him, stole a pad, or batted away, and then the traveling called on Madison. Turnover going to go back to Lincoln with 1:38 to go here in the first half. Yes, folks, that's right. It's 8-6 here in the second quarter as we approach halftime. Sassi goes into the seam of the zone and then kicks it back out front to Paulus.
Yeah, that's what the Railers got to do a little bit more of. There he steps.
Well, Sassi, 15-footer up, no good. I'm not sure he was set for that shot, Josh.
I don't think he was quite ready. He might have been ready to shoot it, but he didn't get the kind of fumble the pass, I think, and something didn't look right.
No, his feet looked like they were an odd angle. And we got a timeout on the floor, a Top Hat Creamery timeout going to be taken by Madison, 30-second timeout. Let's keep it right here. You know, I'm not sure if they're sluggish or this is the way they intended to play.
I don't know. I don't think they've looked sluggish. They've not been aggressive by any means. Neither team has been aggressive, and we haven't gotten a lot, obviously, offensively. Railers ahead here, 8-6 with 1:09 here before half. So, I don't know if it's the second game, but these guys do this all the time in the summer, so they're continually playing 2 and 3, 4 games a day. I don't think it's that. It's just it's hard to get in a flow. Both teams play in zone, and neither team has obviously have gotten into any kind of offensive rhythm.
No, and I certainly wouldn't want to see what the turnovers were like at this point for both teams. 8-6 the Lincoln lead, just over a minute to play here in the half. Possession arrow favors the Trojans, and they'll have the basketball at midcourt. Baker to Hurst. Back out front, Baker. Darian Enlow back in the basketball game for Madison.
Yeah, they're going to go for one. You can hear their coach yelling out for one shot, and we talked with Mr. Mahan about the shot clock earlier before this game. This is a game it may have helped that a little bit.
It might, yes. Yeah. Madison, it almost looks like they're trying to pull us out of the zone. I have news for them. We're not coming out of it.
No, I think we'll move up a little bit as you'll see Gowan move up. 5 team fouls for the Railers, so you sure don't want to get into the bonus at all.
No, not before this point.
Half. Yeah, only 1 foul on Madison.
Darian Enlow, the lefty, way out front, 35 feet from the basket. Hounded by Polis. Polis hounding him. He goes down the lane, kicks it to Hurst. Hurst the layup, missed it, and Gowan right there almost had the rebound, throws it up again, missed it. Up and Enlow. D'Angelo Enlow gets the bucket with 6 seconds to go. Polis quickly the other way. Polis knocked to the floor. Just the second foul on Madison.
Yeah, probably not a bad foul, really.
Stop the break.
You stop the momentum of Paulus and make the Railers take it out again here from right at about half court.
Gowan, Saucy, the long 3, up and no good. Rebound, Klopp tried to tip it up and in, no good. And at half, it's Lincoln 8, Madison 8. Let's send it back to the studio for a 2-minute timeout. Chiropractic halftime show. Buddy, we may be on the verge of setting another record that there's no pride in, really.
Yeah, the one that we already set earlier. Boy, yeah, it's you're right, Jay. It's been tough sledding. Good, I guess you call it good defense. We just haven't gotten any flow. A lot of long shots, nothing around the basket for the Railers, and really maybe a putback or two for Madison. But we're really living and dying by the 3, and when you're not hitting, that's what happens to the scoreboard.
No, and this really isn't a team that can live and die by the three. We don't have the shooters we've had in the past. Cam Nelson can come out and hit the three. They say Elijah hits it a lot in practice, but really he's kind of got a different concentration out there, having to be the point guard and get everybody in the flow of the offense.
Yeah, you don't see the 1-3-1 a lot that Madison's playing, so it does take some adjustment. But all in all, you've got to find ways to get inside the three-point line. I think Gowan did it there once with a one dribble pull-up and got a basket. But they keep a guy right at the middle of the free throw line, and anytime Paulus or anyone else, maybe Bivin can try to get there, they've got a guy sitting right there. So coaches will have to go do a good job in halftime here and really put it on the board and explain what we can do, where the openings are, because there are openings. You've got to get to that second line of defense. Once you get it past that three of the 1-3-1, well, you can score some easy baskets. It's just getting there.
And you know this from your coaching and playing days. Virtually every zone has seams to it. There are openings there. You just got to find them and get the guys in the right spots.
Yeah, and it's when you don't get a chance to practice it, when you don't have those 2 days, 3 days leading up to the game at home to kind of get on the floor and go against it, it's tough. It is, but that's part of tournament style, and you just gotta attack. And right now we're not attacking.
No, that's true. Are you surprised a bit by Madison virtually wanting to kind of bring us out of the zone? Or
I think we played them in the past, somewhat recently, and I thought they were really patient and structured then too. So they've gotten their offense hasn't been booming either. So it's not like either team is doing a good job offensively. They've tried to work it around a little bit, but the Railers have done a good job of tipping some balls away and getting some steals. And really I think they had a putback here late to give them a chance. I don't think they've hit an outside shot yet.
No, keeping track of the scoring has been pretty easy. Cam Nelson with 6 and Aiden Gowan with 2 for Lincoln. And for them, Erwin Baker's got 4. Darian Enlow, I believe, has 2, and Carlos Wilson has 2 for their 8 points. Again, at halftime, it's Lincoln 8, Madison 8. Reminds you of many of our fine sponsors. Me Realty, sponsoring the list of the game and the streaming live video. Town & Country Bank, a proud sponsor of Lincoln Railer basketball. Also a streaming live video sponsor. Worth & Associates Realtors. Heartland Community College, Lincoln's Community College. Mosky Auction Service at 217-519-3959. MoskyAuction.com, or Top Hat Creamery, located across from Gazzardo's in the Arcade Plaza. If you have an ice cream fix that you need to fill, go see the folks at Top Hat Creamery.
Madison, for the first half, shoots 3 of 9 from the field for 33% and 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Here they had 0 of 2 from the 3-point line. They were led in scoring by Eric Hurst, Jr. Hurst with 4. 2 from D'Angelo Enlow, and also 2 from Carlos Wilson. Madison had 8 rebounds, 2 of them offensive. They had 2 assists on 10 turnovers and 4 steals. For the Railers shoot 3 of 12 from the field for 35%. They were 2 of 10 from three-point land for 20%, did not attempt a free throw. They were led in scoring by Nelson. Nelson with 2, Chris Coyne State Farm three-pointers for 6, and 2 for Aiden Gowan. The Railers with 7 total rebounds, 3 of them offensive. 2 assists on 8 turnovers, and that's a stat you don't normally see from a Lincoln team, Jay, is just 2 assists on 8 turnovers. Normally that's reversed, so you've got 8 assists on 2 turnovers. But again, not moving the basketball very well, and somewhat stagnant on our offensive end. 1 block and 7 steals for the Railers. So obviously it's got to get better, and I think the guys are trying. As Coach said in the past or in post games and stuff, that it's not the effort. The effort's always been there. It's just the execution.
Josh, you one of the things that jumped out at me when you were talking about the stats there, 10 turnovers for Madison. And I think Coach would agree we should have more than 8 points if they've got 10 turnovers. Yeah. We haven't capitalized on their turnovers at all.
No, you're right. We haven't been able to get out on the break at all. Madison's done a good job of getting back, and we saw where Quincy earlier this morning turned our turnovers into points, and you're right, we haven't done that.
Well, the score 8-8. Let's send it back to the station for a 2-minute timeout. By the time we come back, 13 should be on the floor, and we'll be starting the second half. Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, where Lincoln and Madison had tied at 8 at the end of one half of play. Jay Hart and Josh Conmick alongside. Josh, I think I've got this figured out. If we lose tonight, we play tomorrow at noon in game 28 for 7th place, and if we win, we play at 1:30 for 5th place.
Okay.
I think that's correct.
Sounds right.
So Lincoln back in front of their bench. Madison still warming up just before the start of the second half. Do you think we may see some more set plays here, Josh, to try and get, maybe coach runs a little bit of motion or does something different to try and get something going here?
Or maybe just, and maybe a little bit of a transition. Just try to be aggressive toward the hoop and make something happen to where you're, maybe getting to the foul line. The Railers yet to shoot a free throw. So maybe it's, trying to get the ball inside, as you said, or get in there where you can draw a foul and against Madison and get to the free throw line for some easy scores. Well, it weren't easy this morning when we were shot 7 of 13. So we're hoping to get maybe a little more higher percentage shots.
Darian Enlow to inbound the basketball. Kicking into Baker. Baker's a big kid that's run most of their offense tonight. To Wilson. Wilson gets it across half court. Lincoln starters look to be back in the game.
And again, Madison's starting out very deliberate with what they're trying to do and where they're trying to go. A lot of passing out on the perimeter, and it's a lot, 24, 25 feet from the hoop outside the three-point line.
Wilson goes corner, Enlow. Enlow kicks it back out to Wilson. Out to Baker. Baker in the corner to Wilson. Wilson looks inside to D'Angelo Enlow. Out front, Darian Enlow. 7:20 to go here in the third quarter. Baker out beyond the volleyball line. Kicks it over to Darian Enlow. Enlow out front to Wilson. Still out near the volleyball line. To Baker. Way out front.
Almost tempting the Railers to come out and get them so they can, maybe the game plan is to go buy them once they come and get them. But the Railers are getting out, and when they're trying to drive, Madison trying to drive, they're doing a pretty good job of staying in front.
Yep. Out front to Wilson. I think Ryan Mahan may be right about this shot clock thing, Josh.
Yeah, this is a game where, as you said, they're deliberately not looking to score. And that's where the shot clock would come in to help.
Out front, Enlow. Enlow in the corner, Wilson. He's going to fire up a three. Nope. Air ball. Polis taps it and grabs it out of there. Polis quickly up the floor. Polis over to Gowan. Gowan lob pass to Cook. Up, no good, and he gets fouled by Baker.
Yeah, Cook went up, and we did the lob play from Gowan to Cook, and as Cook was going to shoot it in air, like Madison got him on the wrist. So good play to start the quarter for the Railers to try and get some easy baskets.
Peyton Cook eyes it. First one up and good. Nothing but the bottom of the net. Let's hope he gets the second one down. We didn't do a good job of that this afternoon.
No, you're right. We did a good job hitting that first one. We just couldn't get the second one to go.
Second one up and no good. Back of the iron. Ball batted around in there and saved by D'Angelo Enlow, and it looked like Wilson stepped on the sideline. He did. Turnover back to Lincoln.
Yeah, Elijah right there to kind of, as he turned to catch it from the pass, he didn't realize Elijah was right there, and he kind of took that step and stepped right on the end line. So good call by the official there, and good job by Paulus.
Paulus, Saucy to Gowan. Gowan, corner Paulus. Out front, Gowan. Gowan, Saucy, ball tipped away. Saucy able to chase it down to Paulus. Paulus, cross court Biven. Biven drives in the seam. Goes Saucy in the corner. 3 on the way. Up, no good. Rebound to Hurst. Hurst Baker kicks it up ahead quickly to Darian Enlow. He drives baseline up and foul on the floor. Looks like it's going to be on Tyler Saucy, I believe. Yep.
Foul number 22, Lincoln, Tyler Saucy.
Madison inbounds under their own basket. 5:44 to go here in the third quarter, and nobody's broken into double figures yet. And number 5, that's D'Angelo Enlow, goes up for the shot inside, and that puts Madison ahead, 10-9. 5:35 to go. Ball tipped there by Enlow. Ball on the baseline, thrown away, and Madison picks it out of there. Here comes Baker quickly up the floor. Baker to Wilson. Wilson, out front Baker. Baker, Biven on him. Knocked away by Paulus. Elijah going to take it down, and Elijah slows it up. Kicks it to Gowan. Gowan drives baseline. Good pass inside to Cook. Ball knocked away. Knocked away again. Paulus picks it out of there. 1 on 3. Paulus the fake. Lays it up and good. Nice fake by Elijah Paulus. Josh.
Yeah, nice fake by Elijah, and he did exactly what Madison defender thought he was going to do, and he went for the fake, and Elijah up with the score. So Raylor's kind of a little sloppy play there, but turns into a layup.
Lincoln back ahead 11-10. 4:45 to go here in the third quarter. Dangerous pass and nearly picked away by Paulus. Drive on the baseline by Darian Enlow, blocked by Cook, and Cook pulls it out of there. Paulus the basketball to Saucy in the corner, to Biven in the corner. Saucy tried to go inside to Cook, and Baker came around and knocked it away. Baker to Enlow. Enlow hounded by Gowan. And he lost the dribble. Ball on the floor, ball on the floor, ball on the floor. Into the backcourt. Ball ahead to Wilson. Madison recovers. Frantic play going on, Josh, here.
Yeah, it is. A little sloppy to that matter of ball handling, the ball flying around everywhere. Saucy with the pass into the Cook that gets stolen, and nice job there by Gowan as he stepped right in the passing lane to get another steal.
Gowan with the steal. Ball comes back to Lincoln. Need to capitalize on the turnovers. Biven drives in the seam, gets it to Gowan. Gowan going to launch the 3 out of the corner, up, no good. Gowan going to get the rebound. Good hustle by Aiden Gowan. Paulus back to Biven. Biven looks, goes to Paulus. Paulus to Biven. Biven in the corner, Saucy. Saucy going to launch the 3, up and no good. Ball on the floor, Paulus picks it out of there. Paulus to Gowan. Gowan the long 3, up and short. Ball on the floor, and it goes to D'Angelo Enlow, who kicks it into Baker, falling out of bounds. Back to D'Angelo Enlow.
Yeah, but either Raylor's Gowan, who's one of our most consistent shooters to start the season, has really fallen off a little bit here, especially in Collinsville, yet to really find the rhythm and any type of open shots for Aiden.
30-second timeout. Top Hat Creamery timeout taken by Madison. Let's keep it right here. Josh, we've gotten some looks at the basket for the 3, just haven't gotten it to go down.
Yeah, and really, we didn't get a lot of good looks against Quincy. Just credit their defense. Today we've gotten some passes where they've been kind of tipped around, and Madison's kind of flying around a little bit on defense, and again, Gowan with a good look. Saucy's had a couple good looks in the corner, but the shooting has not been there.
Seems like we've got a little bit more energy to start here the third quarter. A lot of hustle out there going for loose balls. We're getting to them.
We've turned a chance there when Paulus had the layup to turn the turnover defense into offense. So maybe that was something that got us going. And now Nelson checks in to hopefully get those feet set and get a couple more threes for Camden.
Again, Lincoln just up 1, and Gowan tried to stop the drive, and he's going to get nailed for the foul. Second foul on Aiden, or excuse me, first foul on Aiden Gowan, second on the team. Kerwin Baker with the basketball out front, past the volleyball line to Darian Enlow. Darian Enlow to Erwin Baker. Erwin with the pick from D'Angelo Enlow to Kerwin Baker. Darian Enlow, long three, left-handed shot, up, no good. Rebound, battle for underneath. Ball knocked out of bounds, and it's going to go Lincoln basketball.
Yeah,
Paulus.
good job of Paulus battling underneath there with the big boy from Madison, and Elijah was able to get it to bounce off the Madison player. So Railers get the possession back here.
Cam Nelson looked inside to Cook, back out front, Polis. Sassi in the corner, Gowan. Gowan kicks it back out, Polis. Polis drives in there, kicks out Nelson. Three on the way for Nelly, up and no good. Knuckleball, rebound to Polis. Polis, Gowan. Gowan, Sassi. Sassi, baseline Cook. Cook looks for somebody to get it to Sassi. Out front, Gowan to Polis. Polis inside Cook. Cook spin move. Nope, didn't take it up. And had the ball knocked away by number 5, D'Angelo Enlow. Enlow all the way up and no good. I think Cook might have blocked it. He's missed 2 shots. Hurst up again. Got the rebound and missed the 3rd shot, but got a foul. It's 2 on Gowan. Foul on Aiden Gowan as Eric Hurst going to go to the line. Followed Baker down the floor, got the rebound, tried to get his own shot up and didn't get it, but got the foul. First one for Eric Hurst, up and no good. Rolls around and out.
Railers up here 11-10 with 2:03 left here in the 3rd quarter. So Railers need to box out. You got Saucy and Cook underneath the basket.
Second one up and got it. Ties the game at 11. 2:03 to go here in quarter number 3. Ball quickly up the floor. Gowan back out to Polis. Polis cross court, Saucy. Saucy back out front, Polis. Polis. Gowan. Gowan. Polis. Saucy, they work it out front against the 1-3-1. Polis into the seam of the 1-3-1, kicks it out to Gowan. Gowan quickly to Saucy. Nelson set up in the left corner. Out front, Gowan. Gowan thought about the 3, didn't take it. Polis going to drive in, lost the ball, and Hurst is going to pick it up. And Hurst quickly up the floor against Gowan. Up and no good. Rebound, Baker tips it up and in. Or excuse me, D'Angelo Enlow tips it up and in. 13-11, the Madison lead. Jaden Klopp about to come in the basketball game. Polis, Saucy in the corner, Nelson. Nelson drives in. Nelson back out front, Saucy. 3 on the way, up and no good. Rebound, Kerwin Baker. Josh, you don't want to see them get a lead going into the fourth quarter. They may put the ball in the freezer.
Yeah, you're right. They've shown where they will hold it and hold it for a while. And with their ball handling, I think they could do it against us for quite a while.
And they got the ball across half court and took a 30-second Top Hat Creamery timeout. We'll go ahead and keep it right here. Madison 13, Lincoln 11 with a minute to play here in the 3rd quarter. Jaden Klopp going to check in the basketball game for the Rail Splitters. Lincoln surrounds their coach. Madison surrounds their coach, Phil Gilbert.
Recipes coupons have a chance to win weekly Dairy prize packages.
13-11 to score. Josh, I know we're going to have some low-scoring games, but I don't think I would have thought this at the end of 3 quarters of this game it'd be 13-11.
Yeah, I thought, as you did probably also, Madison would like to get up and down the court a little bit more, as they did against MacArthur. But, I didn't think we just haven't been able to shoot the basketball. We've gotten some open looks, especially from 3. I think we've got 2 threes in the game, and that was Nelson in the 1st quarter. And we have not yet we struggled to get the ball inside to get easy baskets. So you talk about one of those games where Coach Alexander, I think, thought the tough sledding was going to be there, and this is one of those.
Madison with the ball in the backcourt. Nelson in the basketball game. Nelson works the point on the defense. In the corner to Hurst. Hurst back out front, Baker. And Madison's going to spread the floor, run a little bit of like a 1-3-1 offense, and now Yep. Corner Baker. Baker out front. Kerwin Baker. Kerwin Baker to Darian Enlow. Enlow goes inside to D'Angelo Enlow. Ball knocked away by Nelson, but it stays Madison basketball. Erwin Baker out front. Holds it beyond the volleyball line. 23 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Again, Madison up 13-11. Darian Enlow. Possession arrow is Lincoln's for the fourth quarter. Out front, Baker. Baker beyond the volleyball line to Enlow. Enlow had the ball poked away by Gowan. Tries to throw up a three at the last second. Doesn't get it. At the end of three quarters, it's Madison 13, Lincoln 11. We'll be back in 60 seconds with the final quarter. Here at Collinsville High School, Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, where the crowd's been pretty quiet. Josh, they haven't had much of a reason to get excited.
No, and I feel like ourselves as well. It's been tough to bring you the action, but we're hoping the Railers can put together a fourth quarter that has been better than the first three. Almost go with that lob play here. It's been our most effective play.
Nelly. Oh, and knocked out of bounds was Gowan, the referee right there. Right in front of the referee, and the referee says he didn't see it. Gowan got knocked out of bounds right near the referee. Coach is upset. Can't blame him. And Madison inbounds the basketball with a 2-point lead.
You know, everything, really a lot of our offense, and as you see here in the corner, we struggled to get the ball on the sideline down on Madison's end. Everything's been on the outside of that of the lane and out on too close to the out of bounds lines.
Yep. Kerwin Baker missed the long three-pointer. I'm not sure that's the shot they wanted at that point in time. Polis out front, Hayes. Drew Hayes in the basketball game for Lincoln. Jaden Klopp in the basketball game. Nelson in the corner. Nelly back out front. Hayes, ball nearly picked off. Out front, Polis. Ball was batted away, goes to Gowan. Gowan recovers to Hayes. Hayes, Nelson, the long three-pointer left side, up and good. A Chris Coyne State Farm three-pointer by Cam Nelson, and we're up 14-13.
Yeah, we got some good ball reversal. Hayes with a nice reversal. Found Nelson, and Nelly was able to get another one to go.
Madison continuing to play a very slow and deliberate pace here at Collinsville, down 1 point. Railers with 3 fouls, Madison with 1 foul. Possession arrow favors the Trojans right now. 6:41 to go here in the fourth quarter. Enlow goes to Baker. Kerwin Baker way out, 40 feet from the basket. Goes in the corner, Darian Enlow. Darian Enlow right there on the sideline. Out front, Kerwin Baker. Now to Erwin Baker. Baker in the corner, Kerwin Baker. Out front, Darian Enlow. Fake the three, goes in the key, kicks it back out front to Erwin Baker.
Yeah, good job by Nelson there, and also Gowan.
Darian Enlow tried to throw it off of one of the Railers. Nice bounce pass to Erwin Baker out front. He was able to handle that thing. It was moving. Enlow threw the ball away through Hurst's legs down underneath, and the turnover is going to go to Lincoln. We need to capitalize on this,
yeah,
Josh.
You're right. We have got the lead now 14-13, and you got to start extending that thing.
Polis quickly up the floor, goes to Hayes. In the corner, Nelly loads up again. 3 on the way. Nothing but the bottom of the net, and the crowd gets fired up. Camden Nelson nails the Chris Coyne State Farm three-pointer.
Boy, and a nice quick hard pass by Hayes to get the ball to Nelson, and Nelson is getting that. It almost looks like that release is getting quicker and quicker, especially after he's made one. His release becomes really quick, and Nelson knew it after that one. It was going in.
Nelly's got 12 of our 17. Baker to D'Angelo Enlow to Baker. Erwin Baker out front to Darian Enlow. Darian Enlow against the zone, and they're starting their offense in a little bit closer, Josh. I've noticed that. Ball knocked out of bounds off of the Lincoln leg. It'll stay Madison basketball. 5:21 to go here in the ball game. Lincoln up 4, 17-13. Darian Enlow. Erwin Baker. Baker drives into the seam of the zone. Gets it to number 5, D'Angelo Enlow. Rebound. Hurst got it up and in. 17-15, the Lincoln lead.
Yeah, I got to get that rebound. We got him to miss a layup, but the Railers could not.
Elijah
grab the rebound.
Aiden Gowan's going to launch the three. Up and good. Aiden Gowan breaks the ice. Chris Coyne, State Farm 3 for Aiden Gowan. We need to get him going, Josh.
Yeah, you're right. Now 3 threes in a row. Nelson with 2, and now Gowan joins the scoring column with a Chris Coyne State Farm 3-pointers. You're right. When you can get multiple shooters from the perimeter outside against the zone, boy, it just makes your life a lot easier.
2015, Lincoln up 5. Madison starting their offense just a little bit closer to the basket now. Darian Enlow at the top of the key goes out to Kerwin Baker. Now Kerwin Baker going to pull it out to the volleyball line. To Darian Enlow to Erwin Baker. Erwin Baker hounded by Gowan. Gowan to Kerwin Baker, or Erwin Baker to Kerwin Baker. And knocked away by Polis. Good defense by Elijah Polis. Bivin, Cook, and Sassi, all 3 on the bench. Again, Lincoln up 20-15, 4:13 to go here in the basketball game.
Boy, and still Madison very methodical with their pace.
Darian Enlow started to drive baseline on Klopp, and I think Klopp may get called for the hold.
14 foul now on the Railers. Madison with just 1. I think Madison only had 1 foul in the first half, and they've only got 1 here in the second.
But Josh, I think you can chalk that up to the fact we haven't been really aggressive trying to draw the contact.
Yeah, absolutely.
Enlow the basketball. The lefty throws it back out front to Erwin Baker to Enlow. Enlow's thinking about launching the 3 and foul underneath, and I think it's going to go against Drew Hayes on D'Angelo Enlow.
Sure, one thing you don't want to give Madison is a chance to go to the free throw line and get points, because they've struggled to score, obviously, with only 15 here in the game. And one way that they can get back into this game is scoring some points from the free throw line, especially with the clock stopped.
Right, the clock now is our friend. The clock is our friend. And the shot missed. Shot missed by Darian Enlow. Gowan grabs the rebound. He threw it clean over the basket. Gowan happened to be there and grabbed a hold of it. Hayes the basketball out front. Hayes going to drive in the seam of the zone, kick it to Nelson. Nelson tried to go inside Klopp. Baker came over the top of Klopp and knocked the ball away. Baker out front. Goes to Kerwin Baker. Kerwin's going to launch the long 3.
Push off.
And a push off underneath. Didn't get called. Hurst threw it back up there. Polis finally rips it out of there.
Yeah, it looked like Elijah got pushed in the back going for a rebound.
Polis to Hayes. Hayes drives in the seam of the zone. Kicks it back out front to Polis. Ball stolen away on the pass to Gowan. Knocked out of bounds. And they're going to call Gowan, I think, for the foul. Yes. Aiden Gowan gets nailed for the foul, and Madison's going to be in the bonus, Josh. Our 6th team foul. Next one, they'll go to the free throw line. You sure don't want to give them a chance to score when this clock is stopped.
No, and that's just one thing that can get them some points. They've obviously struggled to get the ball in the hole. They've tried a couple threes in back-to-back possessions, and they've not been close.
Still playing a very methodical pace. Enlow out front. Goes Kerwin Baker. Kerwin Baker tries to throw it inside. Does. Railers surround D'Angelo Enlow underneath. Erwin Baker out front to Darian Enlow in the corner. Kerwin Baker launches a 3. Ball short. Ball out of bounds. Was knocked out of bounds. Hurst saved it, and Gowan stepped in and picked it up. 2:25 to go here in the basketball game. Polis to Gowan. Gowan to Hayes. Hayes, Gowan. Polis. Cross-court Hayes. Hayes back out front, Polis. Railers work the ball out front. Madison's got a lot of fouls to give. We're up 5, 2:05 to go out front, Hayes.
I would say Coach Gilbert's got to have a game plan here of starting to foul, but they've got to get, as you said, a lot closer. Now they're going to go man here.
Now Polis going to drive down the lane, 5-footer up, and what's going on
Timeout.
here? Timeout. We got a timeout on the floor, a Top Hat Creamery timeout taken by Lincoln. It looks like it's going to be a full timeout. Correction, it's going to be a 30. It looks like it's going to be a 30 here. Player still standing.
8-5, 2-8-5. You cannot be able to go home. You have got your rights on.
Well, Josh, the stat line tonight will not be a pretty one.
What was that?
The stat line tonight will not be a pretty one.
No, I don't know that we've got to go over the stats after the game. Let's just hope that the Railers figure out a way to come out of here with one more point than the Trojans. And if someone has film on it, which Mr. Alla does here to our left, it might be one you just kind of hit the delete button on.
I think you burned this one.
Yeah. So I think the Railers here, Jay, if you're Lincoln and Coach Alexander and his staff, is meet your passes and be strong with the basketball, because Madison's got to come at you very hard.
That's one thing I noticed. Our passing's left a lot to be desired tonight.
Yeah. There's been soft passes and red guys in the red jersey not meeting their passes.
So Madison's going to go man to man. Nelson gets the ball into Polis. Nelson, Saucy, out front Gowan. Over to Polis with the count on. Polis breaks the count, drives down the lane, gets a layup, and got it. Nice move by Elijah Polis.
Yeah, good job by Elijah. One thing I loved what he was doing, he had pressure on him the whole time, Jay, but he kept the ball moving in that triple threat position. We try to teach all the young guys to stay in triple threat, and Elijah exactly went right by his guy and got a big basket.
Madison's going to have to speed things up here a little bit with a 7-point deficit. Kerwin Baker, long three, up and no good. It was short, ball under the basket. D'Angelo Enlow grabs the rebound and gets it out of there. Full timeout taken by Madison, a Top Hat Creamery timeout. Let's send it back to the station for 30 seconds. You're listening to WLCN 96.3 FM and Lincoln Railer Basketball. Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, Jay Harden and Josh Connick where the Railers lead. Madison 22-17, 1:08 to go in the basketball game. That's right, 22-17 is the score. But a very, very slow-paced game. Madison has played at a very slow, deliberate pace, and we just haven't been able to score.
No, and then we gave up a rebound on an air ball there that gave him an easy basket underneath. So 1:08 left here. Railers up by 5, 22-17.
Home run pass to Polis. Polis going to take it and bring it back out. Polis drives baseline, kicks it back out. Polis to Nelson. Nelson out front, Saucy. Saucy to Gowan. Under a minute to go. Clock in the red. Nelson out front to Gowan. Gowan out front, Polis. Railers running clock. Polis. Man on him. Polis out at the volleyball line. Polis drives down the lane, kicks it out Nelson, and draws the foul.
Yeah, just the second team foul on the Trojans, and that's one thing that I think Coach Gilbert could have done differently is get these guys close to the bonus, because now he's got to foul so much that we're going to run this clock down.
Denham Eastling with the foul, his first, team second. They've got fouls to give. Gowan goes down the lane. He gets fouled again by Eastling. Pretty hard foul too.
Yeah, Railers burn another 7 seconds off there, and still the Trojans with just 4 team fouls now. Still got to go 3 more.
And it's only really, Josh, a 2-possession game at this point.
Right.
Nelson looks to inbounds, gets it into Gowan, and Eastling grabs him again. Eastling may foul out of this basketball game before the quarter's over.
Yeah, the Railers got to beat their passes here. That was kind of a difficult pass there through a bunch of Trojans.
Inbounds to Polis. Polis knocked to the ground, and jump ball called. Oh, and the Lincoln, one of our assistants got a look from the official. As jump ball the call. So the possession arrow goes to Madison. Length of the floor to go against the Lincoln defense. Lincoln up 22-17. Madison will be in the bonus if they get fouled. We've got a few fouls yet to go. Madison gets it to Enlow. Darian Enlow out front. Irwin Baker in the corner. Singleton step back three, up and no good. Gowan battling for the rebound. Guy on his back. Lincoln looking for the call. Gowan goes to the floor, and D'Angelo Enlow gets the bucket, and Lincoln up 22-19. You know, Josh, you're right about that. I mean, here's a position where we got 14 seconds to go, and I know it's only a one-possession game, but you still got fouls to give.
Yeah, they're still we're still gonna hopefully get the ball in bounds and gonna run a couple seconds off. So the Railers got three more chances yet. They've got to foul. They've got to get the ball back unless they steal it off the inbounds. But yeah, it's going to be tough for the Trojans to come back. And we say that now, and they've gotten 4 straight points off rebounds here. So the Railers still have to get the ball in bounds, which has been a little bit of a tough thing for us to do this season.
Lincoln up 22-19 by 3, 14.4 seconds to go. Railers have the possession arrow. Lincoln in front of their bench. Top Hat Creamery timeout taken. A 30-second timeout. Madison in front of their bench. Coach Al giving some final instructions here. The official's going to come over and break things up. We will have the basketball underneath the Madison basket with the length of the floor to go. Last time, Josh, we were able to use that home run pass to get it down the floor.
Yeah, and that's tricky for me just because it's a tough pass. Plus, the scoreboard sits in the middle of the court here, and it's not real high up into the ceiling. So there's a very good chance that Saucy could hit that on the pass, and that's what scares me about this play a little bit.
Saucy looking to inbounds. Runs the baseline, gets it to Polis. Polis still in the backcourt. Oh, dangerous pass to Nelson, and Nelson got fouled by Eastling. And that is 4 fouls on Eastling. We've still got to get the ball in bounds. But we're able to run 4 seconds off the clock.
Yeah, now Tyler cannot run the baseline now. So he ran the baseline to get guys open there.
Saucy inbounds to Cook. Cook got hammered. By Baker.
And again, the Trojans got a foul again here. So 16 fouls now. Coach is going to get a timeout because I think he's kind of ran a few of the plays gone now. We've got to try to do something a little bit different here. Still, Trojans got a foul here. The Railers up 3, 22-19 with 9.8 seconds. So, again, you got to meet your pass. You got to make a strong, aggressive pass. How many timeouts left does Coach have? I don't see it on the scoreboard.
I don't either. It can't be many. So, from your perspective, we're going to keep it right here. It is a 30-second timeout. From your perspective, would you like to see the in-out and get the ball at half court?
No, I just think it makes it easier for the defense that's trying to get back into it. So I'm okay with where they're doing it. I would like to see, and this is just an off the subject, the jump ball situation go all the time to the defense. You know, they've done their job of tying it up. Any jump ball, then you reward the offense for probably making a bad play and getting the ball tied up. But no, I like where they're keeping it here. I wish it was because we're Railer fans and we could get it at half court now. But if you're a Madison fan, you sure like it where it's at.
Lincoln inbounds under the Madison basket one more time. Next foul, we're in the bonus, or we go to the free throw line. Saucy inbound the basketball. Lincoln goes into their motion. Into Nelson, and Nelson gets fouled by Eastling, and I think that's 5 on him.
Yeah, so Nelson will go to the foul line with a 1-and-1, and we've talked about a little bit about our struggles from the free throw line here in Collinsville. Nelly's got to get we always talk about you like the 3-point lead because that's the only thing that can beat you, but you like to get to 4 just so that 3-pointer goes in. You still can win.
Cam Nelson, the junior, at the free throw line, has 12 on the evening. First of a 1 in bonus. Up and good. Green, nothing but the bottom of the net.
Yeah, nice and calm. Cam steps up and shoots it just like he does from the three-point line, and he's going to get us another one here.
23-19, his 13th point. Got them both 24-19. His 14th point of the evening. Lincoln up 5 with 8.8 seconds to go. A two-possession basketball game. And Madison, the length of the floor to go. They get it inbounds to Baker. Erwin Baker quickly up the floor to Darian Enlow. Darian Enlow shoots the three, up, no good, back of the iron. Cook will grab the rebound, and the clock is going to run out, and Lincoln's going to win this one 24-19. And we will play tomorrow at 1:30 p.m., and we believe that will be for 5th place here in the Collinsville Holiday Classic. Let's send it back to the station for a 2-minute timeout, and we will come back with the Grau Incorporated Schneider Chiropractic post-game show. Jay Harden, Josh Komnick back here for the Schneider Chiropractic Grau Incorporated postgame show where the Railers won over the Madison Trojans in a very slow-paced game, 24-19. And the first semifinal game getting ready to get going out here will be Decatur, MacArthur, and Quincy. And Josh, have you got the post-game stats yet?
Yeah, they're downloading that. Kind of taking a while for the phone. It took a while for the Railers to kind of get going, so we're all in that situation. But again, you find a way to win, and that's exactly what the Railers were able to do. Yeah, they're here now, Jay. Let's go through the stats first for Madison. Madison shoots 5 of 21 from the field for 26%. They did not make a three-pointer. 0 of 12 from the three-point line. They did have 75% from the free throw line. They were 3 of 4 from the line. They were led in scoring by D'Angelo Enlow Jr. He had 10, 7 for Eric Hurst Jr., and 2 points for Carlos Wilson. Madison had 19 total rebounds, 9 of them offensive. They had 3 assists on 15 turnovers, and we talked about that of a Railer stat. We usually see that reversal, and you're just not going to win basketball games when you have 3 assists on 15 turnovers, and 12 steals for the Trojans from Madison. For the Railers shoot, let's see, what is this? 34%, 35% from the field. They were 3 of 9, 5 of 19 from the three-point line, and 3 of 4 from the free throw line, and two no more bigger than Nelson's at the end. The Railers were led in scoring tonight by Nelson. Nelson with 14. He was 4 of 8 from three-point land and 2 of 2 from the free throw line. 5 points for Aiden Gowan, 4 points for Elijah Paulus, and 1 point for Peyton Cook. The Railers with 19 total rebounds, 6 of them offensive. We had 5 assists on 17 turnovers, 2 block shots, and 10 steals.
With 5 assists, 17 turnovers.
Kind of the same thing for both teams.
Yep.
About triple the amount of turnovers as assists, and you always like to see a 2-to-1 or 3-to-1 ratio assist to turnover, and we were the opposite.
Well, we didn't capitalize on their turnovers. Unfortunately, I guess they didn't capitalize on ours, really, because neither team scored. Neither team lit the scoreboard up. In fact, we set another record here for fewest points combined by both teams.
Yeah, wasn't even close to our old one, which was 52.
Right.
And we barely made half of that.
So Quincy and MacArthur warming up out on the floor. Tell you what, let's go ahead and send it back to the station for a 2-minute timeout while we're waiting to see if Coach comes up on the postgame show.
See if I can get a paper. Back here from Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium after the Railers with a victory by the score of 24-19 over Madison. Head coach Neil Alexander joins us now. And Coach, you got a couple assistants to choose who took the offense over for this game. I don't know who you're going to choose, but just make sure it wasn't yourself.
Well, no, I told them in the huddle or in the locker room that just joking around, I told the kids I was the offensive coach tonight, and Coach E and Coach Greg were the. I take that back. I was the defensive
Yeah, you
coach.
switch it up there. Don't make yourself look good there.
Yeah. So, that's 2 games in 5 hours, 6 hours, and you can see the effect that it had on us. But the kids are just stumbling through trying to learn, and you got to try to get them to relax and just play a little basketball and be able to get away from what we're doing. We have a system, but you got to be able to get out of the system once in a while and make plays and just make basketball plays. And I think it'll come. We have one here or there, but we need it, every play.
Yeah.
Just a basketball play. And